Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again, and I want to come with an album that I enjoyed. Surprisingly enough, it's the Earth, Wind, and Fire album, and it's called Electric Universe. I mean, it's a really decent album. It's the 80s. It's got that new wave electronica sound. I mean, if I were not a fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire, this album would not have made me a fan, but it's got some nice, it's nice to kind of see how Earth, Wind, and Fire tried to stay with the trends of the day. And of course, it's got that new wave type of electronic sound, which I thought was neat. I thought it was bold with them. They've always experimented with music and musical sounds. So, in fact, this was back in the '90s when everybody else was listening to Bone Thugs or Tupac. I was in the Earth, Wind, and Fire. So this group right here put out some great tunes. They were funky. They could do classical. They could do Brazilian music. They could do a sweet love ballad. They could do some old school down home, you know, good old blues. They could turn around and then do some Chicago jazzy sound. So they were just they're a brilliant band. I even got the pleasure of seeing them back in the summer of 2006. I was able to go to a concert of theirs, and the concert was awesome. Um, so there's really good songs here. I knew they were trying to go with this sort of outer spacey electronic universal theme, and I mean I dug it because I'm a sci-fi fan, and that's how I roll. So this kind of appealed to the sci-fi lover in me, and it's just got some nice songs here. I noticed that like a good portion of the A side of the record doesn't doesn't have the songs aren't written by Maurice White or even Philip Bailey. They're written by other people. So that's kind of interesting to note. But I mean, still good performances nonetheless. But again, I would say give it a listen if you're an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan. But if you're not an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan, don't start off with this album. Start off with like All in All or Open Our Eyes or even the Keep Your Head to the Sky album. Those are the like good Earth, Wind, and Fire albums to start off with. This is kind of a once you're already a fan and getting used to their music, it's kind of neat to see how they experiment. Well, there's my 2 cents on the Earth, Wind, and Fire Electric Universe album. Take it easy.